Good morning. Well, yesterday a lot happened, and I want to explain some things. They're important, and this is why legislative authority is important. Direct democracy for citizens is important because we start to see areas where we can tell that citizens are not being represented properly by even using things that are available just in case citizens start to feel pain. And here is an example, and I'm going to give you references. You can go look this up because, like I said, I want to be a trusted source of information so that you can believe that the words that I say you can trust. January 2025, President Trump declared an economic emergency. This this gave him certain powers, which is okay because the president apparently says he saw that there were problems with our economy and he wants to fix them. All right. We do always because we're supposed to. Checks and balances, it works when it's supposed to work. There were safeguards put in place. One of the safeguards, there's a safeguard in case anything goes bad or it looks like it may go bad, to give Congress the authority to say, hey, okay, the unilateral power you have to turn tariffs on, turn tariffs off, whatever you're going to do with the economy, we're going to take that back because it's starting to show a negative impact. And of course, if it's super positive, let it ride because it's working. Or, you know, they're going to have to take time. Now, there are Americans that are hurting. So, Congress gets the power to call it off. Checks and balances. That's supposed to be working. That's on the books. So, the Democrats, they plan to force Congress to vote that the majority House will decide whether or not to allow this power to continue. This is what the Democrats were going to do. Hey, we're going to force this vote. You got 15 days from the day we want to force this vote to happen so that we can make sure that you cannot pivot out of this problem. If it is a problem and we're trying to solve it right now, let's just decide if we want to keep this unilateral power given to the president. New York Times reported yesterday, 11 March 2025, 15 hours ago, Republicans quietly cede power to cancel Trump's tariff, avoiding a tough vote. So, this allowed under the National Emergencies Act, which provided a mechanism for Congress to terminate an emergency. So, the Republicans decided to have, look this up, House Joint Resolution 25. This would have made every single person, had they voted, have to put on paper, we want to continue this, like your name now is associated to this. We want to continue this. This means that voting Americans would have known the exact person that said, yes, let it ride. So if you're one of the people that are feeling the pain, you will not know now who was going to be okay with this. So yeah, there will be conversation that'll say that, hey, the Democrats tried to stop this. The Republicans shifted it by not making it vote at all. So now you're saying, how did they do that? They put language in House Joint Resolution 25 that says, each day for the remainder of the first session of the 19th Congress shall not be constituted a calendar day for the purposes of Section 202 of the National Emergency Act. They will not vote on this. They essentially declared the rest of the year one long day. So they would not have to go on the record saying that we are for this. They just said, we're just not going to do it at all. I did a video and I titled it The Political Pivot. It always gives you a way out. So you can control the narrative because citizens don't have authority. What I'm trying to do in Florida is to ensure that citizens always have to vote when it affects the majority of citizens. There is no way out. You must decide if you're going to keep the pain going. We're going to make that decision at the citizens level. Our voices start and finish with authority. That's why it's important for me to show you and put the data out to explain to you how we lose in representative democracy right now. It may have worked for some period of time, but it is tainted. And when you strategize this way, instead of just taking accountability and the onus of allowing something to happen that you could do something about, and you choose to do nothing at all, I have a problem with that. That's why I get out there and I hand out those cards and I ask you to look at those petitions. And I hope that you get to the end of these videos. That's why. That's why legislative authority for citizens is important. Because this is a failure to citizens to even want to know who's okay with this. If you're going to tell me that we're going to go through hard times, then I'm going to be there with you if I agree. But if you're not, and you can't explain to me, hey, how much longer do you think this is going to last? Give me an estimate, but you can't give me the goods and the bads. You just keep saying, just bear with me. Then I need a minute to say, hey, we want to take a step back and we want to reassess and decide if the direction that we are on right now is a path we should stay on. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that's why I am imploring you. I am asking you seriously, as a citizen in the state of Florida that is affected by the federal government, do you want the authority, the type of authority to, if there is a problem, you have a say-so and you can maybe stop it from happening? Because we don't know how every citizen is going to vote, but we're going to give you all a chance to vote, to stop things when they start, to say, hey, okay, we went down this path, we don't think it's working. And you're not giving us anything, you're not bringing us enough information to make us think that, yes, we're just going to have to hang on this long because this is going to happen. We're just not seeing it. And I wanted to bring that information to you with the references because it's important to me. It's important to me. Go up, look it up, and pass it on. Legislative authority for citizens is this important. And this is why it's that important. Take this information and understand that a vote for me, November 3rd, 2026, is a vote to ensure that the representatives we put in office answer to the people and not to a single individual. They answer to the people. The individuals who put you there have the sole authority over you. You guys have a great day.